Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. I'm here to help spread awareness concerning toxic relationships and help you all be on your journey of healing and restoration. Today, I know it's been a while, y'all. Like I always say, life be lifing, but I'm here and I'm back, and I just want to be dedicated and committed to helping the younger generation of women. Like I say, uh, just being aware of y'all relationships, being aware of y'all connections. Have y'all ever? So I'm gonna give y'all a real life scenario, right? This girl that I used to talk to, she was, young. I think she like in her mid 20s. She's in her career. She taking care of her kids. She's making some decent money. Taking trips and living the life. And then she met this guy, and then she said she noticed that's when things started going downhill. Like everything changed for her. This man was bringing stress to her. This man was like causing her world to go upside down. Like everything literally changed. Her money stopped. She was missing opportunities. She wasn't focused because she was like, her mind was so focused on this man, and he was pretty much a distraction to her. He was intervening in her relationships, like trying to separate her from her family members or her friends, pretty much her support system, trying to isolate her from her support system so that all she would have is him. Sounds familiar? That's what narcissists do. But anyway, yeah, like she noticed her life changed. She was stressed a lot. Mentally, she wasn't right. Because she was so focused on this man, and he was causing her so many problems. Like it was always something. It was like a roller coaster. It was that back and forth drama. And I've seen what this relationship did to her life. And when I tell y'all, like, that's really what's going on right now. Like, a lot of women, like I said, a younger generation, younger women, who own a career, who own their stuff, who own their business, who tended to themselves, their kids, and living their life. But then this man come in a picture, and then things just go downhill. Now, I ain't saying all men. I'm talking about the toxic men. When toxic men come into your life is gonna change, and it's gonna change for the worse, unfortunately. And sometimes, like, and I'm noticing another thing too, like a lot of women who have like daddy wounds, a lot of women who didn't grow up with their father, or if they did grow up with their father, they had like the dad was like emotionally unavailable. So a woman who grew up in a household, or who didn't have that emotional attachment to their father, 9 times out of 10, that woman will look for love in all the wrong places, because she didn't have her father to be that role model. She didn't have her father to show her how a man's supposed to treat her. So she would accept love, even though love from a toxic man really is not love. That's abuse, really. That type of love ain't real love. But yeah, and us women, we tend to find love in all the wrong places, and we just want to be loved. We deal with a lot of stuff from these men because we just want to be loved. But love does not hurt. Love do not hurt. I don't care what nobody tell y'all. Love ain't supposed to hurt. Love is not self-seeking. Love is not selfish. Love is not manipulation. Love is not control. Like, and that's what majority of these toxic relationships is. A lot of them is witchcraft, really, like control and manipulation. And that's not love, like, because it's no free will in that. Like, this person is trying to control you into being with them. It's like mind control. Like, yeah, they're not forcing you to be with them, but they manipulating you into thinking, or manipulating you into wanting to be with them. Yeah, so, and that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, seeing and witnessing these women, be in these type of situations and environments, and then 10 years go by, 20 years go by, and you have nothing to show for it in these toxic relationships. All it's doing is taking away from you. All it's doing is draining you. All it's doing is stopping and hindering your blessings. That glow that you used to have before that man came is no longer there. The blessings that you had before that man came, it's no longer there. It's more like a struggle because of this person. And then it's like a cycle. Like, you see all these things happening, but yet we still cling on to the wrong person, thinking and hoping that things will change, when in reality it's not going to change. With narcissists, we cannot force nobody to change. A narcissist can only change if they want to change, if they have a come to Jesus moment. That's the only way they gonna change. But other than that, it's not our job to try to change people. It's not our job to change or encourage or influence, make somebody change. Like, that's for them to want to do. Only thing you can do is change you. Like, my mom used to tell me all the time when I used to call her venting about my toxic relationships, my toxic marriage. She always told me, Michelle, what can you do to change? And there was emphasis on you, because we can't change. I couldn't change my ex-husband. I couldn't change him. Only he can change him. And my mom used to always tell me, Michelle, what can you do to change? And now, as I'm looking back, and now I'm saying the same thing to y'all, like, what can you do to change? That's the only way your situation gonna change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you continue to stay in that toxic relationship, missing your blessings, stressing, and just like your life going downhill, like, you got to get to a point where you say, you know what, enough is enough. You got to get to a point. This will help me wake up. Like, if he ain't changed by now, he ain't gonna change. He's not gonna change. If he ain't changed by now, year after year after year, if that person ain't changed, they not gonna change. It's gonna take for you to leave for them to change. I'm willing to bet you, soon as you leave that person, that's when they gonna change. But you keep moving forth. Sometimes that's like a reality check for some people. Some men don't change until you leave, but that don't mean you go back to them. If they show you consistency, and if they have a pure, genuine heart, then yeah, by all means, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. But a lot of times that could go both ways. That, I mean, not both ways, but that could really, it's just really up to that person. It's really up to that person if they really consistent and genuine about that change. Sometimes, yeah, they say, when you spin the block, when your ex come back around, if you feel like that person is consistent and they really change, and it took your absence for them to change, then cool. But sometimes people use that to manipulate you to get you right back in. So we have to be discerning and know, like, okay, if this person's genuine or what. Me personally, I'm going to keep moving. Because it's like, you had the opportunity to change when I was with you. So why would you want to change when I'm gone? So, I mean, if that's great. Like, if you really change, that's great. But I'm still going to keep it moving. I'm going to live my best life. You change, and maybe, God to send you somebody. God to restore you and clean you up for another woman. But I'm going to continue to exit stage left. I'm not giving no more chances. I feel like if it didn't work out the first time, then obviously, I'm not doing no second chances. Time waits for nobody. But that's just me. I said, I'm not giving no second chances, because it's like, you had a chance when you had me. So I'm straight. But anyway, yeah, we gotta toughen up. We gotta, not toughen up, that's the wrong word. We gotta straighten up. We gotta tighten up, because time is ticking. Time, like, we can't keep wasting valuable time with the wrong people. Like, life is just going to keep going. Time stops for nobody. And when we toiling in these toxic relationships, when we toiling and we like stressing and just not really living in survival mode in these toxic relationships, like, that's not what God had for us. That's not the way God intended for relationships to be. Now, granted, I know nothing is perfect. No relationship is perfect, but love don't hurt. Like I said, love do not hurt. All that toxic back and forth emotional roller coaster, that is not love. They call that struggle love, and I'm straight. I'm good on that. No, that's not for me. That's not my portion. I'm not finna be in no struggle love and no back and forth and all of that. No, no, ma'am, no, sir. I'm straight. So we gotta do better, and I feel like it all depends on our inner peace. We have to do the self work within ourselves. Going back to, us women who have daddy wounds and daddy issues, we got to do that inner work within ourselves. Start healing. If you feel like you need a conversation with your dad and ask your dad, have a conversation with him, then do that, as far as so that you can heal. Or whatever, if you got to see a therapist, if you got to see a counselor, then do that so you can heal, so you won't walk around with this baggage of daddy issues, and then having all these issues with men. Like, every time you jump in relationships, you have this same issue because you have unresolved issues and trauma and childhood issues that you need healing from. This is why, it's not a bad thing to be single. Like, we don't need to be in a relationship. Like, I know we all want to be in a relationship, but it's like we got to do the inner work within ourselves first, so that we won't keep this toxic cycle over and over and over. Like, that cycle got to end, y'all. Like, we got to do better. We have to do better. Like I say, I had my fair share of being in toxic marriage and a toxic marriage, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that no more. And it's all in our mindsets. Like, you need a renewed mind. You got to have a new, fresh way of thinking. Like, you know what? I am better than this. I deserve more than a toxic relationship. I deserve true love. Once you start speaking those things to yourself and affirming yourself of your worth and what you deserve, you start moving different. You start, like, your appetite for men start to change. Like, you don't, like, certain things don't appease you, or certain things don't you're not attracted to it no more. Like, the type of men that I used to be attracted to, I'm no longer attracted to, because I've done the inner work within myself. I healed. Like, the type of men, and no shade to nobody that I used to like deal with in the past, but it's like, if those same men was presented to me now, I'd be like, nah, I'm good on you, because I know my worth now. Like, my standards is higher now. So I don't have that same appetite no more. And that's the same thing, same mentality I want y'all to have. Like, just continue to keep growing. And as you keep growing, you will have a different appetite for a certain type of man, and it will be a healthy man. So the more healing you do within yourself, it's like, the more healing you do, you will start attracting healthier men. So just think about that. If you attracting broken men, that means it's some stuff within you that still need to be healed. So just, like I say, no judgment. Just go back to the drawing board and be like, you know what is it about me that I still need healing in? And this is where we got to be honest with ourselves. We can't be sitting here lying to ourselves and saying, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me. Well, it shows in the type of men that we are attracted to. I'm just going to say that. Like, the type of men you are attracted to, it's a reflection of you. So, yeah, just go back to the drawing board and be like, you know what is it that I still need healing in? What is it that I still need help in? Do that inner work. Do that inner healing. Also, your self-care. Start working out. Start going to the gym. Start journaling. Start, living your life with your friends and connecting with people who bring out the good in you. So you can start healing. So you can start attracting the type of man that you desire. So yeah, but that's all. I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all, share that with y'all because, y'all my little sisters, and I feel like this is really my purpose in life, to help y'all. I've been through some things myself, so like I say, ain't no judgment here. This is a no judgment zone. I've been there. Everything that you could ever imagine, I've been there. And now God is saying, okay, go back, teach my daughters, because it's like everything that he delivered me from, now it's my duty. It is my job. This is my kingdom assignment, to reach back and to help the younger generation to avoid the traps that I was in. I want y'all to be better than me. So yeah, I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a prosperous day. Don't let the enemy steal y'all joy. Keep doing everything y'all doing. If you in school, keep doing that. If you working, if you building on your career, or if you building your business, keep doing that. Don't let nobody come in and detour you away from that thing that God called you to do. Don't let nobody come in and distract you. Keep building. Keep building on yourself. Keep doing your inner work. And don't let nobody come in and disturb your peace. Disturb the thing that you got going on. Don't let nobody come in and tear down what you built up. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. So y'all keep rocking. Y'all keep rolling, keep rocking, keep doing y'all. And until next time, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace out, y'all.